Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how I made this cute Hocus Pocus book topper with all the detail you see here. And let's get started. Okay, so I've cut out my fondant, and this piece is approximately 6 inches long by about 4 inches deep. And for the colors I'm going to start with, I mixed a couple drops of Americolor chocolate brown with just a few drops of Americolor bright white. And I come in my palette here, and I'm just going to mix it up to make a light brown. It's a little muddy, so I'm going to add a little bit more white. I want like a nice, like a light tan color. There we go. Okay, and then this is going to be my base color, and I'm just going to paint it all like this. It doesn't have to be perfect, because I'm going to go back over it and mix in like some ivory, so it's not all one solid color. And see how it's got the dark streaks there? That's fine too. Okay. Oops. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of Americolor ivory. This one here. I'm just going to pick some up on the brush and go and just streak it and kind of fill in those colors. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want to cover all of the white from the fondant. Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry. Probably, I'm guessing it'll take overnight because it's pretty humid here right now. I've been having some storms. Then I'm gonna let it dry overnight, and then I'm gonna add the rest of this detail on it, like the little snakes in the corner and the lock with the eye. It'll be pretty cool. So while that dries, I'm gonna prepare the little embellishments. And I've used a clay extruder and some black fondant, and there's about 6 inches or so, and this is going to be one of the little snakes that go in the corner. So I'm going to take an end, and the way that it's twisted is it's going to go this way, which is to your left, and it's going to go under the head, and that's going to make the first loop. Okay, and then take this end, it's going to go under this part here, so it goes under everything, kind of like a knot, and just kind of pull it through. And that is going to make the second little loop there. And then to finish it, I just around, and I actually don't need that much. I'm going to cut that little part off. So about right there. And then that little end is going to get tucked right under there. And stretch it out a little. And there we go. And then to make the little snake head, I'm actually going to cut a little bit off here because it doesn't need to be that long. Here. And I'm going to just take my finger and just flatten it out a little bit to make it wider. And then notch that corner and that corner. And there we go. And then you can use a little bit of water if you need to make it stick down there. And there we go. I'm going to let that sit and stiffen up while the base dries. And then I'm going to put everything on. And oh, I also made the ring where the eye goes. And all this is a piece of black fondant that's been rolled out, and then I cut using a 1-inch cutter. If you don't have one of those, what also works is one of these big piping tips. This is a 2D, and it's about the same size as the 1-inch cutter. And then in the middle, I used a number 12 tip, and then just flattened it out, and it made the oval that the eye is going to sit in. Just like that. I'm going to paint the eye too. Alright, I mentioned I was going to paint the eye, and I want to show you how I do that. So I have a little dried piece of fondant or gum paste, and it's a little flat on the side so it can sit straight, flat. And I'm going to start with a black food marker, and so I'm going to start in the middle. Just draw a circle, okay, and then before it dries, grab a colored food marker, green, and go right over it. Now this fondant has been drying for a couple hours, so it's a little stiffer. You don't want to do this with fresh fondant because it'll just get squishy. Got a nice swampy green color. And then take the black again, and right in the middle. There you go. You've got a nice swampy greeny Halloween eye. And then the one I'm going to use in the book, the same, but it's just a little bit bigger. Here we go. Googly green zombie Halloweeny eyes. So this has been sitting, and it's nice and dry. And now it's time to add all the little fun things on there. Okay. Take just a little bit of water, a brush, and along the spine here, just a little bit of water. And before we cut it, I'm just going to lay it here. Just cut off the excess ends. Okay. And then this extra piece of black fondant here is going to be the little snake that's on the side. That just needs a little touch of water. Just decide which end you want to be the head, and again, just pinch it. Lid. And I'm just going to cut that. And now it's a little point. And the next thing I'm going to do, little snake ends here. And I'm going to let these dry, and then I'm going to make a little bit more of the brown fondant to put around the eye. Alright, so I've got my brown fondant here, and this is just some chocolate brown Americolor food coloring and a piece of fondant here to get this nice brown Tootsie Roll color. And what I'm going to do is I just want to find where I want this. I'm not going to glue it down yet though. About there. And I want to put the eye kind of where I want that. Okay. And then I'm going to glue the eye down first. Okay. And smush that down. Okay. And I just want to take a little bit of fondant because the book has an eyelid. So I want to small piece at the top. It's skinnier on the ends and fatter in the middle. Oops. Like that. Just put it just over the top of the eye. Okay. And I'm going to take a little smaller piece and make one for the bottom. Just under, just like that. going to take a tool like this one, a Dresden tool. And then I'm just going to make some lines. Little wrinkles. Okay. Then I'm just going to squish this over the top. If I have a little sticking out, that's fine. We'll just cut that off. Push that down. There we go. Now I did leave a little bit of a gap there because that's kind of where the little flap of the book goes. I just have a little scrap of black. Just gonna see if I like that. There. Yeah, that looks good. I'll just take a drop. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some metallic food paint from Rainbow Dust. It's edible food paint. And I'm going to paint all of the black the silver color. And it'll really make it pop. So I just finished painting all the silver details. It looks super cool. It's got a nice sheen to it. And the last thing I'm going to do is add the stitching. There's stitch marks kind of around here and around there. And I'm going to add that using my edible food pen in black. This one is just regular Wilton food writer. You can also use this one. This is an Americolor. That works pretty well too, but I tend to like this one a little bit more. It's just a personal preference, but there's a lot of different ones you can try. So before I start doing the stitching, I have my reference here of what I want the stitching to look like. So I'm going to keep that there. And I'm gonna go for it, and hopefully I don't screw it up too bad. So I've got a rough outline of the stitching there. And now that I have that, see, just a rough outline. I'm going to go over it with the Americolor one because the point is a little bit thinner and it works a little bit better. And I'm also going to use this to make the stitch marks. So you just press it and see how it shows up just a little bit more, makes it a little bit darker. That's what I want. And I'm just going to go through and make the stitches. Alright, and there it is, the finished Hocus Pocus book topper. Now this is a smaller size, you can make it for like a centerpiece cookie, or if you wanted to do this as a whole cake, just make it bigger, and that could be the top of the cake. A couple different things you can do with it. There we go. If you like this video, feel free to go ahead and hit that like button down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well when we release new videos. And thanks for watching, and happy Halloween!